boys and girls, welcome to our kids church for the second week. I'm Alex.
And I'm Joy.
Alright, so today we will look at the important lesson about lying and how important it is to tell the truth. Remember last week we looked at the armor of God and there was the belt of truth. So today's lesson is all about honesty. God hates lying. So Joy, have you ever lied?
Yes, I remember when I was a child, my mother told me not to go to the river. And I went to the river and I swim and I nearly drowned because I lied. And when I came back home, my little sister said, "Oh, you went to the river." So I told her, "Please don't tell to mommy, don't tell mommy, don't tell mommy and daddy." And my cousin has to break the door because we lost the key. So I've learned that, I got in really big trouble because I did that and I lied. But my mom found out anyway because she saw the wet clothes in the in the house.
They always have a way to find out, isn't it? Truth always comes out, in the
truth
end.
Always comes out.
Oh, well. Oh, Joy, I thought you have those cards lying there. What are they for?
Oh, well. T is for truth and F is for false.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, am I right? Are you challenging me in a game today?
Yes.
You're getting back to me from last week?
This morning. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
And then just tell me whether it's true or false. And kids at home can answer as well. So,
that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready too.
So, first question.
All right. I'm ready.
I have 12 fingers.
I don't know about you, but usually that is false.
That's true. Yeah, it's correct.
1 point for me.
Yes. A square has 3 sides.
A square. Okay, now I have to see again. 3 sides. Oh, it has been a long time since I did my math. I'm not so sure. True?
Correct.
Is it true? A square has 3 sides.
No. I'm joking.
I was thinking, I was very unsure about it, but I have to go back to maths, I think.
It has 4 sides. An ostrich is a bird.
An ostrich is a bird. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. A bicycle has 3 wheels.
A bicycle has 3 wheels. Nah, that's false.
Yeah. Very good. A tricycle has 3 wheels.
A tricycle. I think that is true.
Okay, that's very good as well.
Yay!
TV stands for television.
TV stands for television. I think that is true.
Very good, you've done well today. Yes.
So what are we doing today, Joy?
Well, we're doing worship, crafts. We learn how about Naaman and a Bible story. And don't forget, you're gonna have to pick our winners.
Oh yes, we will do that at the end as well, isn't it? Looking at all the lovely pictures you guys sent in. We heard there's a few people that sent something in, so that will be exciting to have a look at all the pictures and choose a winner. Alright, let's start. We see you later.
Welcome kids, today we're gonna sing This Little Light of Mine. If you can stand in your room, wherever you are, and sing along.
my feet. I will clap my hands.
and shout, shout. I will run around, I'll jump off the ground and shout, shout. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Today's story is about how God healed Naaman from leprosy. Naaman was a commander of the Syrian army. He was well respected by the king of Syria. He was a great soldier, but he suffered from a dreaded skin disease. One day, Naaman's wife's servant girl, this was a young girl, she told his wife that she knew a prophet in Samaria that could heal her master from his disease. When Naaman heard this, he decided to take the chance and go to Syria, to Samaria. So he went to the king of Syria and he asked for permission, for some time off maybe, so that he could embark on that journey and go to Samaria and seek out the prophet. When he asked the king for permission, the king was more than willing to give him some time. That he even sent him with gifts and a letter for the king of Samaria. He sent him with 30,000 pieces of silver, 6,000 pieces of gold, and 10 sets of fine clothes as a gift, as an offering to the king or to the prophet that would heal his best soldier. Naaman started his journey, a long one with all the soldiers that he could take and all the gifts. He passed by rivers and mountains and new places, I suppose, that he'd never seen before on his way to Samaria. And when he got there, he went to the king and he offered up the letter from the king in Syria. And the letter said to the king, "Dear king, this is my soldier Naaman. I would like you to heal him of his skin disease." And the king, when he read this letter, he was furious. He said, "Am I God? Only God can do something like that. Is that king trying to start a war with me?" And Elisha got wind of this, that the king was upset, and he sent someone to quickly calm down the king and tell him, "Hey, it's okay, don't get upset. Send Naaman and his people over to my house." So that's what happened. Naaman took all his men, took his gifts, and he went to find Elisha's house. And as he got closer, Naaman saw him coming from the distance, and he sent out his servant Gehazi to meet them and to give him a message. Gehazi met Naaman and his soldiers outside, and he said to him, "Good day. The prophet Elijah sent me, and he asked me to tell you to go to the river Jordan and wash yourself 7 times. Naaman thought that was just so rude. He couldn't even meet me. He couldn't even come out and maybe pray for me, pray to his God about me, like raise his hands and like clear my skin. That was just so rude of him. There was plenty of rivers that we passed on our way here to Samaria. Why couldn't I have washed myself in one of those rivers? They were closer to my house. I wouldn't have had to come all this way and carry all this luggage." Well, one of Naaman's servants tried to settle him down and said, well, it sounds simple enough. If it was something hard to do, you would have probably tackled it head on. So let's just do it. Let's just go. So Naaman agreed. He packed up all his things. They turned around and off he went to the River Jordan. When he got to the River Jordan, he got inside, washed himself once, twice, 3 times, up to 7 times. And when he was done washing, the 7th time when he immersed himself from the water, his skin was clear and as soft as a child's. He was beside himself. He was so grateful that Elisha's God did this. He knew that there was no other God but the God of Israel. Naaman returned to Elisha's house with the good news, and he offered him the gifts that the king of Syria gave him, to thank him for healing him, for clearing his skin and ridding him of that dreaded disease. But when Elisha saw the gifts, he said, no, no, no. That is not my works, but the works of the Lord, and I cannot accept these gifts. So Naaman thought, okay, well, I'm going to take some of the dirt and I'm going to take it back home with me if you don't want these gifts, because from this day on, I will not offer any sacrifices, any burnt sacrifices to no other God but the Lord of Elisha, the Lord of Israel, that has saved me, that has cleared me of my disease. So Naaman packed up all his things. He was a happy man on his way back home again to go and show the king that he was cleared of his disease, go back to his wife, and also thank maybe the servant girl for passing on this valuable information. And as he went just past the hill over Elisha's house, where Elisha couldn't see them anymore, sneaky, greedy little Gehazi, servant boy in Elisha's house, went running after them. And when Naaman saw someone in his rear view mirror, he decided to get off his chariot and go and meet him. So when he got to Gehazi and he asked him, is everything okay? You know, why did you follow me? Are you okay? Is Elisha okay? What's happening? And Gehazi said, no, everything's fine, but the prophet Elisha's asked me to please ask you for some of the gifts that you had, because there's 2 very important prophets that just got to his house. Could we please have a little? And Naaman said, oh, sure, no problem. He got 2 bags out. He filled them with double of what Gehazi asked for. And he asked 2 of his soldiers, he said, okay guys, you help Gehazi carry these bags back to Elisha's house for him, and just thank him one more time for me. And off they went, Gehazi with the 2 soldiers and the big bags of goodies in them. And as soon as they got close to the house, Gehazi turned around and said to the servants, guys, it's okay, I'll take it from here. You guys got a long journey to get to, so it's fine. You go, I'll take the bags. So they left him, and Gehazi snuck back into Elisha's house with the bags of silver and gold and fine clothes. And when Elisha saw Gehazi, asked him, where do you come from? And Gehazi said, nowhere. I haven't been anywhere. And he said, I was there in spirit when Naaman gave you those gifts that were not meant for you. You lied. So from now on, you will have the Naaman's disease, skin disease, and the generations after, your descendants. And when Gehazi left Elisha's house, his skin was full of leprosy.
So for today's activity, we will make a picture of Naaman dipping in the Jordan River for 7 times. So what you will need is a white piece of paper. You will need a little cutout from a blue paper just for the Jordan River. So I kind of made it a bit wavy so it looks like waves. Then you need some little people that you cut out of white people. I kind of just folded the paper so I can cut it once out and I have kind of two identical ones together. Then you need a glue, some scissors, a little popsicle, and some textures to color in. Alright, let's do this. Okay, first we will glue on the Jordan River onto the white paper. Joy, if you could help me with that. Thank you. Okay, let's... Actually, I was hearing like the Jordan River usually was quite murky and things, so it must have been not really nice for poor little Naaman to go and dip in there. But it's good that he listened in the end what the prophet Elisha said, and he went and dipped in there. And then, like we heard in the story, his skin was as new, like a child's again after. And I think that kind of reminds us as well that Jesus makes us as well inside as new. Like when we confess our sin and we believe in him, he washes us as well and makes us inside as new as he made Naaman on the outside. You're also free if you want to draw some fish also onto the water. Of course, you can color it in and make it a bit more colorful. Okay, the next thing, take your two little people, take the popsicle stick, and now we want to try to glue the person onto the popsicle stick. And then the other one we glue on top. So you can kind of move it around like that. And then after we have to also draw the face of Naaman. And one side we will draw all his leprosy. Like leprosy, like it's a skin disease, like we heard in the story before. So it usually starts with a little area on your body, and then it just spreads all over your body, and it's very sore, and it's a horrible thing to have. And then in the end, you die from it. And during the time of Naaman, they had no cure, so it must have been so horrible for him to have that disease. And he was also probably had to hide it away as well, because during his time when he lived, you know what they did with lepers? They just had them outside the city. They had to be all by themselves as outcasts. Very horrible. So they were very lonely lepers. So next thing we're doing, before we do the other side, we're cutting a slit here into the paper. So for this we probably need your parents to help you. So now that we have Naaman on his popsicle, we can actually put the popsicle into the slit here that we just cut before, and see how you can copy the action now of him dipping into the water. No, okay, wait, he's got a bit stuck. Okay. So one time he dipped and he came up again. He dipped another time into the water and then he came up again. And he did it 7 times like the prophet told him. And when he went down for the last time, the 7 times, and he came up again, look how he came up again. He was all healed of his leprosy. So the winner of last week's Picture Arm of God challenge is, drum rolls, and you should see by now on the screen. Okay, we just congratulate you and great job for the amazing work you sent in. And the prize, the pack of slime, we will send to you in the next few days. We're almost at the end for today. I hope you enjoyed the story of Naaman and Elisha and the importance of being honest and telling the truth. And also, I hope also you learned from the story that God loves everyone and he wants to use us to be his feet and hands in this world and preach his good news and bless other people, like the servant girl did. She told Naaman's wife about where he could find help and that God would be able to help him. So let's do the same and follow the example of the servant girl and remember how God's mercy is for everyone. Alright, before we finish the lesson, I have actually now, before Joy in the starting semester, she asked me questions and I had to answer true and false. And now I will ask her some questions and you guys can also participate. It's questions about the Bible story we just heard, so see how good you will be with it. Okay, first question, Joy. Okay. So in the story, Gehazi, was he Elijah's servant? Is that true or false?
True!
Yes, well done. I hope you got it at home as well, guys. Okay, second questions. Hope you're ready. Joy?
Yeah.
Naaman. Is it true that he had leprosy? Yeah, well done. You have listened very well to
Yes.
this story so far, Joy. Okay, next question. Naaman was cured after he dipped himself 3 times in the Jordan River. So is that true? Did he dip himself 3 times?
False.
Ooh,
Because it was 7 times.
Oh, good job. See, she paid attention to the little details. Okay, question 4. Elisha would not take any of the gifts Naaman offered him. Is that true? Did Elisha, he didn't take any money from Naaman? Yeah, that's a bit harder one.
True?
It is true. It is, and it reminds us as well. When we have a gifting, we should give it for free because
Yes.
freely we have been given it, so freely we should give it to others as well, isn't it? Last question. Gehazi lied to Naaman to get the silver and clothes for himself. Is that true or false? So Gehazi the servant, did he lie to Naaman to get the clothes and the money for himself?
Yes. True, he lied.
It is true, he lied.
He lied.
And he didn't have a nice, isn't it, reward for that. He actually got punished. To finish off, I believe you have a memory verse again for this week, isn't it,
Yes.
Joy?
Yes, our memory verse for today is Proverbs 12:22. The Lord detests the lying lips, but delights in men who are truthful. The challenge for this week is you reciting a memory verse. Please send your video in the email that is on the screen right now. Bye! See you again next week for another fun service.